Right. So, the style and tone.
Now, this film was directed by Ang Lee, who's famous for directing martial art films. So we don't watch martial art films, so we don't know the title.
Well, you don't watch martial art films.
Oh, you watch martial art films?
Yeah, I watch
Okay,
them.
what does Ang Lee direct then?
I don't know that much.
Well, don't patronise me then. So,
right.
Ang Lee does the motion capture for the Hulk. He wears the silly performance capture suit. Yeah, so what did you reckon to that then?
Yeah, I thought it was because I think that Ang Lee was taking a more thought-provoking psychological twist.
Yeah, so you could tell, like, especially with like the Hulk, because like, actually that's kind of weird to say that. Even the Hulk is internalized, which is kind of weird. So it's particularly with Betty. It does this whole thing where he basically just kind of like sort of stares at her like that. And he only ever fights when something attacks him.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, well, apart from the very first Hulk transformation, which was very random to say the least. I mean, what? What happened?
No motive whatsoever.
So basically, he basically just had a temper tantrum. I don't know what was going on in that bit. But yeah, so what did you think of the special effects in the film?
I thought that CGI was pretty impressive for the time it was made. It was made in 2003.
Yeah, so I think the best CGI is the Hulk himself, because like there's this scene where he goes like right into the camera, so he goes like that, and yeah, I know it's a silly face, but even so, you could say, even though it was like a very silly face, you could see the texture and everything. It just looked really, really good. It's just a shame that the rest of the CGI wasn't very good. In particular, the three dogs. Most random shit ever.
They kind of look like something you get out of a Scooby-Doo film.
It does. It's just like, one of the dogs, like, the weirdest thing, just had his mouth like that. It's like he had like two gobstoppers in his mouth. Like before he came, it's like, Fido, spit your gobstoppers out. Right, ready, chief. Yeah, that kind of thing. It's just like, it did look like weird green goo was like coming out of their mouth, just kind of like, just and it's like, why did they explode when they got killed?
Oh, just
that's like the most random
it just
thing.
Reminds me of yikes, Scoob! Yikes! What have you been eating? Nothing.
She was like, you've been eating the gamma radiated Scooby snacks again, haven't you? Red Raggy.
But I thought for the style and tone, it could have been really good and it could have been executed well, but it wasn't.
I like how, well, give Ang Lee some credit. He did, because before Hulk came out, there was like two other superhero films that kind of rebooted like the superhero genre. There was the very first Spider-Man film and X-Men, and they were filmed in like kind of a traditional action thriller-esque kind of way. But with Hulk, they tried to do something different in order to try and get the whole to emphasise the fact that this was a comic book and try to make comic books look hip and cool. We already know they're hip and cool, but to make it even look more hip and cool, they filmed the film in the same kind of style. So you had like split screen, it had like scenes appearing in like little like text boxes, like
the comic book captions.
Yeah, it actually looked like it had like a comic book layout to it.
I thought it was really good. It had a very comic booky feel to the film.
Yeah, it's like some critics have kind of criticised it, saying that it was distracting. It wasn't. Let's be honest. Nothing could distract you from this pile of shit. But it's like in fact you've been praying for distractions. This pile of shit. But it did feel kind of. It did look good. It did look really, really good. One thing though is that it wasn't consistent.
Yeah.
It really wasn't consistent. It was just
you kind of had it like at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then one bit at the beginning and part of it in the middle and then a couple of bits
in the fight scene when the Hulk escapes from the military base. It's like either do the whole film like that or don't do it at all. You know, it's just I just felt like such a waste.
Yeah.
So yeah, what did you think of the whole psychological analysis of the Hulk then? Because that's clearly what they were going for.
I thought the direction that Ang Lee taken would have been good prior to the script not being bad or...
Yeah. It's like... so we keep bringing this up. Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. It's like they really kind of like got a whole psychological analysis of Batman, that kind of thing. And like this film seemed like a precursor to that. The only problem is the Hulk is really the wrong superhero to try that with, because there isn't really anything deep about the Hulk.
Yeah, I feel what I dislike about the Hulk, he doesn't have any depth, in my opinion. It's just like, I'm the Hulk, I'm going to turn green, get angry, smash stuff, turn to Bruce Banner, done.
Done. That's pretty much... It is pretty much what it is. I mean, it's like... We do appreciate that they tried to do something different with the Hulk. It was like, this felt very much like an experimental film. But perhaps on the whole, don't do it again.
No.
Please, just give us mindless blockbusters, you know.
Right. So, overall, what did we think of the film?
I think we pretty much made it clear. So it did feel very... like I could see what they were trying to do. They were trying to create something a lot deeper, a lot more emotional with the Hulk, rather than just something like mindless violence. But wow, I've never seen anything fail more than that.
It was really shit. It was just...
It makes Ghost Rider look like a masterpiece, in my
think
opinion.
Ann Lee was bored one day, went to the toilet and shat out this film.
That's harsh. But
harsh,
sadly,
but
it might be true. Yeah.
This film was awful.
It was. Yeah. What would you rate it then?
I'm giving it an epic fail. That was disappointing.
I would agree with you. Epic fail. It's like the only thing that's stopping it stopping it from giving the film an extreme agony rating is just like the performances, because the actors are trying. You can tell they're trying. Even the director's trying as well to try and create a good film, but it's just not working.
There's only so much you can do with a terrible script.
Yeah,
it was just not a good film, and
I could see why they rebooted the film.
Yeah. So, if you liked this video, don't forget to click the like button. You can also subscribe to get more reviews from me. And also, if you liked the video, you can comment below on what you thought of the film yourself, or whether you agree. And I'll see you all on the next video.